Hi, everybody. The workout for tomorrow, Monday, April 6th, is the week one workout for the Support Your Local Box fundraiser, which is a fundraising event being organized through CrossFit headquarters. You guys can find out more information about that and register to participate. It's not necessarily something you have to donate money to, but you're certainly welcome to. The details of that we put up in our Facebook group. I'll put a link to it also in SugarWOD. So the workout, there's going to be two parts for today. The first part will be that week one workout. It's a 10-minute AMRAP, so as many rounds as possible in 10 minutes. Starts with 10 air squats, then 9 snatches with your right arm. The prescribed version of the workout is with a 50-pound dumbbell for men and a 35-pound dumbbell for women, followed by 10 push-ups, and then 9 snatches with your left arm. So they're not alternating snatches. You do all 9 with one. On the second set, you'll do all 9 with the other. We'll finish up after that with just a little finisher. Part 2 is Tabata sit-ups. So 8 sets of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. As many sit-ups as you could possibly do each set. To warm up for this, what we would encourage, in addition to our normal dynamic stretching routine, is actually a little something between that and the preparation of the movements, just to get your heart rate up and get a little bit of sweat going on and get some blood flowing and get some lactic acid in your body. So 4 sets of 20 seconds of jumping jacks, 20 seconds of mountain climbers, 20 seconds of air squats, and those are just continuous sets, one after the other. We've done that in class quite a few times. You guys know what that usually does, which is jack everything up a little bit. That's what we want, so you're nice and geared up for the workout. And then just prep the movements real good. Make sure everything's good to go. A couple more squats. Combine that with the snatch, with the push-up, and with the snatch with the other arm a couple times. The different equipment options in the workout, I'll go over this as well when in the briefing. Yeah, like I said, the prescribed version is with a 50-pound dumbbell for boys, 35-pound dumbbell for girls. You obviously have the ability to scale that if you do have access to a dumbbell, but it doesn't. It's not those weights. You can obviously scale it. The other options include a kettlebell if you have access to that. I'll go over what that would look like. And then etc. means really anything other than those 2 pieces of equipment. If you don't have access to them, you can, of course, use a backpack like we've been demonstrating and practicing. That obviously would just be with both arms, both sets, which is totally fine. I'll go over some other potential options that you guys might have access to. Let's go over the movement standards real quick. Oh my God. There we go. So the squat, guys, the air squat, of course, as per usual. Hang on, I'm crooked. Yeah. The air squat, so the standard is to sit all the way down, so your hips get down below your knees, stand all the way up until your leg and hip are fully extended, so not coming up short in the bottom and not coming up short up top, all the way down, all the way up. Try to maintain your posture as best you can throughout that. The snatch, it'll take place with the right arm first, so the dumbbell starts between your feet. Try to keep your hips and shoulders square. Opposite arm is out to the side. Stand up, snap your legs and hips, punch the dumbbell to full lockout. Overhead, lower it under control along the body, tap it on the ground, and repeat. And the standard for the workout is that both heads of the dumbbell touch the floor in the bottom. Okay, that would obviously be the same standard for the opposite arm as well. Utilize the hips, keep the dumbbell nice and close, snap the arm through, nice and fast to lock out. The push-up, the standard for the movement for this workout and for any workout, start with a nice rigid body position up top with the arms locked out. You probably can't see me right now. Lower yourself down until the chest, stomach, and thighs hit the floor. Keep the elbows close to the body. Press until the arms are fully locked out at the top as well. A couple scaling options for that. If you know your technique is going to break down, if you don't have the upper body strength to support that position the whole time, you can obviously perform it from your knees. You can also perform it from an elevated surface. So I would put my hands on a chair on a couch, on a table, on a countertop. So my body is just at a slight incline here or decline, and lower everything down together and push everything away. And just try to find an appropriate level of difficulty as far as what surface you choose for that. For the snatch, if you don't have access to a dumbbell, you can utilize the kettlebell. If you're utilizing a kettlebell, you don't have to go all the way to the floor for the kettlebell snatch. So it would be performed from the hang position. Same idea as a kettlebell swing in terms of snapping the hips and snapping the legs to drive the kettlebell up and forward. Just keep it nice and close to the body. High pull the elbow outside and punch the full lockout overhead. Okay, come back through along the body and repeat. That would be consistent with both sides. Some of the other things that are recommended in the guidelines for the workout, one is like a water jug. If you have something like this at home and you don't have access to a dumbbell or kettlebell, you can utilize that. Same standards, tap it on the floor and lock it all the way out overhead. And be as creative as you would like. Anything that weighs something that you can hold on to will get the job done. For the sit-ups, guys, for part 2, if you have access to something where you can lock your feet in underneath it, you can lock them in underneath a couch or a chair. If you have a pair of dumbbells, you can anchor your feet underneath the dumbbells. That would be ideal as opposed to doing the sit-ups unanchored, just because you'll be able to crank out more reps that way. But if you don't have something to anchor your feet underneath, you can just do good old-fashioned sit-ups as well. And just get all the way down, all the way up. There's really no set standard as far as how you do it. Just work hard for 20 seconds, rest for 10, repeat for 8 sets within a 4-minute time frame. All right, guys, that's it. Reach out with any questions that you guys might have. We'll have classes tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. with me and 6 p.m. with Coach Jen. She's over there.
Okay.
See you tomorrow, guys. Good night.